Hello, everybody. It's been a while. I haven't had the most mentally stable week. Um, yeah, also my heater's making the most amount of sound, which is quite annoying. But anyway, I I had a lot of things going on this week, a lot of commitments. and yeah, I been mentally spiraling just a little bit. Just a little bit, nothing too major. Uh, but yeah, I guess it feels a little bit like screaming for attention to be filming while I'm in a state like this. But this is what I wanted to do. So whether people watch or not, I guess that's not in my control. But yeah, if we're really filming journal entries, I guess this is the most accurate one. No, not the most accurate, just the most like, I don't know, actually. Maybe negative, but not really. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, I went to bed late for the past 3, 4 nights. Um, like on average, just like 3, 4 a.m., 2 maybe. Yeah, it's been really like, I just feel dead inside, if I'm 100% honest. I I feel like this is just like this is too boring for me. Like I don't know how to explain it because it's not necessarily boring or it's not necessarily negative, and it's not necessarily that it doesn't feel right. It's like what am I doing here? Is kind of the, and not in a like, oh my god, this is so cool. What am I doing here? In a like, what actually am I doing here? So, um, yeah, I guess that's where my head's at for the moment. My best friend actually came to visit me here yesterday, and she was like, "You look drained," and I was like, yeah." And she was like, "Yeah, we were talking about whatever. I was talking about university and whatever, and she was like, "You sound like how you were when you started it last time," and um, that wasn't necessarily right either. So yeah, I also had a big like crisis about like finances and being like the world is going crazy. But that was, I think, last Sunday. It's already been a week. Wow. Um, but yeah, so that one's kind of settled in a way that I now kind of understand the tax system. Um, and I also, how should I say this? Like, I also have an investment strategy that seems decent for the long term, at least. But now I have to figure out like what I actually want to do with my daily life, which is I I can't. I I don't know what to do with myself. I can't picture myself. Well, I also, my heater, the peeing heater is making the most noise. But yeah, I'm having a hard time figuring out what to do with my life. And that's obviously like a big statement because a life is very long, and I don't, it's like I have an idea of what I want for like how I want to live my life. I guess for the lifestyle part, I know what I want, but how to get to that level is a certain stretch. It demands a certain amount of income. Um, yeah. And I guess, I don't know. It's very like, how should I say this? Like, university, like, it fits, but it also doesn't fit. And I thought this would be it, and I'm like, maybe this is not it for me. But then that's scary because then I have to go back to either what I've done before or try something new, like do online, and I don't know if online is best unless I live in an environment where that would work. Like I'm thinking if I go to like some country and it's like more remote, like it's not a city maybe, it's like more, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to do with myself if I'm honest. Um yeah, it's just very confusing to me, and it's led to spiral nights and activities that I used to do back when my mental health was really low, like a year or so ago. But except it doesn't make sense now because I'm not. How do I explain this? I'm not actively like every day spiraling. It's just um, it's like this weird in between thing where I'm like, it all seems good. Like last time, it didn't seem good, so it made sense. Here, it seems good, but yet I still feel like this. Um, yeah. Okay. I just want to check this is actually recording, so hold on. Okay, it's good. I last time I filmed a whole. This already happened twice where I film and I talk for like 15 minutes and then it just is like unavailable. Anyway, but yeah. Also, I don't know what this means like physiologically, but like I get super nauseous when I think about things. Like I get almost like I feel like I have to like throw up, but it's like I'm not the type who throws up. So it's like it's just a bodily feeling, and then I'm like, does that mean is that symbolism for something? Like, am I trying to get rid of something? Like I just I can't. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm not saying much of anything that's interesting, but I guess that's how this usually goes. Um yeah, and then I started thinking I was like, okay, what could I don't see myself starting a business because I have no ideas for a business, and I feel like that would just be forcing an idea to work. Like if I get an idea and I'm like, "Oh, this could be actually really nice." Then yeah, I'll invest and I'll time-wise, I wouldn't invest financially in the beginning if I don't have to. Um but like more invest time, and I would build something that's like worth the idea, but the idea isn't there yet. So I'm not going to just start a business to start a business. Like that makes no sense. But I also can't see myself, and I've always said this, and yet I don't follow my gut. Um, and that's caused things to not be aligned. Like I always knew, like, how should I say this? Like I always have my initial response to ideas is always correct, and yet I don't necessarily follow it, which is fine. I have no regrets. Like things that I followed have brought me good things. Like it's not all negative, but it's like I need to learn to follow myself more, I guess. My that first feeling, and that my first very first feeling, and maybe that's just a like neurotypical or no wait, what was it? Neuro not typical. I don't know. Like the maybe it's just like because my mental thing works differently. Like I think I might have ADHD, but I'm not sure. Also might be some other health issue that causes those feelings. So I don't know. But anyway, I oh my god, this peeing heater is getting on my nerves. I don't know if it's because of that or just because it's my calling or whatever to do something different, but I've never imagined myself as an employee in a business that's like corporate or that's um like even like working in a store or working at like a cafe. I see it a little bit more, not permanently, but I see like that vibe. I like it a lot, and so I think that just influences that initial response. But like I've never seen myself go corporate, at least not in the like gray boring corporate, or like not even gray boring, like just like those people like oh, what's her name, Natalie Dawson or something, like the people that are like corporate, like not just like corporate but like creative corporate, but like corporate. I've never seen myself in that idea. Like I've never seen that. And it's like, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is I've never imagined that for myself. I've never seen the value, no, but like, because I see the value of university, but I've never identified myself with a university type. Like, I doubt I'll get a master's. I like for sure, like PhD is just like too far for me. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think it's like it's stressful to think about this, but it's also kind of maybe helpful. It's like I think, and I'm also bad at it, which I'm bad at it. The whole like content creation thing. I feel like a part of me could make that work and it would fit my life vision and my life habits, I guess, more than any other job I could imagine. Um, Originally, I wanted to do music. That was the dream. The dream was to be a pop star. The dream was to, yeah, and it's still in my head. So it's still like in a corner. So it's not fully like if it happens, I would pass out and cry and die and oh my god. But like I'm not like desperately how should I say it? Building my whole life just around that and putting so much pressure on myself to attain that. Like I'm letting that idea flow more because it's things you can control, but it's like I've tried that route, it hasn't worked. So I'm trying the other route now. Um and if it does work and whatever, then good. If it doesn't, it's fine. I will find something that fits me at some point. Um yeah, I don't know. And then I had certain other ideas that I could maybe do more like personality driven, I guess. More like, yeah, like do like a cooking show or like a um, some other kind of more like content online, personality driven something. Something. I don't know. Um, yeah, I guess, yeah. I'm out of words. But that's how I've been, and I still feel very nauseous. Um, yeah, I I don't know what to do with myself. Um, and today I have nothing going on. Um, Tomorrow I have an online class. Tuesday I have class. Um, yeah, I feel a little bit behind on school, which probably doesn't help. But I just like I'm having the hardest time getting myself to do it. Um, yeah, which I don't want to. I don't want to have to live a life where I'm constantly like fighting to get myself to do things. Like obviously we do things we don't necessarily like all the time, but there's a difference between doing things you don't like but that still are aligned in a way with your vision, and so it's like you do it and you may not like it but you don't have that like the biggest amount of resistance towards it. Like that I'm fine, you know what I mean? Like if it's I don't know, throwing out the trash, like I don't I don't sit there and go, oh my God, I'm so grateful I get to throw out the trash. I'm so like, I love throwing out the trash. Like, no, no, but I do it anyway because it fits with my life. And like, there's a sense of like, I don't have as much resistance towards it. But if I'm sitting there and being like, I have to, you know, rewrite my notes and catch up on classes and whatever, it's like, I just like the energy, just saying it now, when I compare to the trash to catching up for school, my energy just is non-existent. Like I just felt fully like this is real life realizations here. I feel fully drained just from saying that, and I don't want to live like that. So yeah, I guess that's today's update. I I don't know what to do with myself. I think I'll somehow at some point get ready um, and try and do something and find a solution to this. But yeah, I I'm not sure, I guess. And it makes me kind of a little bit sad and depressed a little bit. Like I don't want to use the word depressed because that's a actually serious issue. But like um and I have felt like that before, but it's like I'm having a beginning of that. And I that makes me kind of sad that I tried this and it's maybe not working. So, yeah, that's the sad update of the day. I don't know why I'm making it so sad. It's just I'm just confused and lost and it's frustrating. But yes. And aside from that, everything else went well. And I had a choir concert, like practice the next day concert that went um, pretty good. It was nice aside from everything going on in my head. And yeah, I guess that's it. I should stop talking. Okay. um, yeah, video. I don't know how many. And you still hear my heater. I'm gonna try and get that fixed today. But anyway, bye bye.